This weekend I went to The Gathering, which was an event put on by Palmetto State Armory where they had a bunch of different gun brands come out, and it was on a range where you could shoot and try out the different firearms. So this is the main event section. You can see you have SIG with a really big booth along the long range section, along with some of the other companies that also had longer range stuff. Flipping over to the main event space, you can see they had this tent, and behind that was another event type hall. And coming across, there were a couple vendors that showed stuff, and they also had some food trucks on site. So here's the food trucks and kind of a little seating area where you could eat during the day. Yeah, you can see what one of the bays looks like, where they have the shooting set up in the berm, super safe. This is the Beretta bay. These are the first guys that I visited because the line wasn't that long when I got there initially. Here's a good view of what the Beretta team brought out for us to shoot.
Take a look.
I'm taking a walk now to the 1,000-yard range, so this is off to the side from the rest of the gathering, and you need a time slot booked to shoot over there, but I don't have a time slot, but I just want to show you guys what it looks like. So taking the walk down there, we'll see what the guys are doing out there. Hopefully it'll be pretty cool. It sounds like it from what I've spoken to people walking by the other way, but I'm taking you guys along for the ride so you can see. And hopefully next year, if you want to come out to the gathering by Palmetto State Armory, you can come out. I'll add some more links in the description, just to my website, showing some of the stuff and some of the more specifics on how to get you and all of that. So I will link that down in the description of this video, but let's take a look and see what they have going on. So yeah, at the 1,000 yard range, you can see the range goes way down there. And this one's put on by Barrett. So I don't have a time slot. I'm going to see if they'll let me get up there and at least get some close-ups of it, but this is a really cool, super long range.
I'll load you high. Okay. Now, are you shooting too, ma'am? No.
Just observing.
If you sit a little bit closer in the shooter's bubble, it'll get a little bit less of that muzzle blast. Okay, sure.
That muzzle blast is coming right here. Right, he'll get some. Yeah.
You want to come back?
Alright, you on target?
Center dot.
Yep, aim dead center of the orange dot. Focus on when you're on target. Alright, we're on target.
Hold center.
Hold dead center. Focus on the reticle. Squeeze and break the shot. Impact!
Hell yeah.
Now you got two lights blinking.
Hand back here, left hand. And I'm gonna have you work the bag right there, and then your right hand. Right hand's gonna be on the gun. There we go. Do it. You see the right thing with the orange dot?
I don't know if there's an orange dot.
If there's not an orange dot, we're not doing two heights. You're fine. It's painted on the rectangle. Here, watch this.
You might could drop that cheek piece too, Mark.
I see it.
No.
For the ears.
Okay, so the rectangle, and then...
I'm gonna move your head forward, just forward a little bit. That about right in there is where you want to kind of sit. So your head's not floating. You can kind of sit.
Okay.
You see the rectangle with the
I
orange
do.
dot painted on?
No. The crosshairs are well above it.
Very good gun.
Squeeze back.
Give a little bit more back. I'll get my hand in.
A little bit too far up. Well, further down.
Push with your cheek down a little bit. You're on target?
Yes.
Crosshair, the little dots on the hole. Yes?
A little below the orange. Oh, now it's way below. Now it's okay. Okay, got it. Yes.
Alright. There we go. Let me know. Don't bring up trigger until we're on target. Okay, you're dead center?
Yes.
Okay, hold on a second. What do you got?
Dead center.
Alright.
Center, center.
Focus on the reticle.
It's completely dead right now.
Impact!
Next up are the guys over at PTR Suppressors. They make rifles, pistols, and suppressors. Just standing in line, their suppressors are really quiet. Here's a look at some of the stuff they brought out, and just a huge shout out to people from all the vendors that literally sat and loaded mags all day for 2 days so everybody could come out and shoot. Next up are the guys from Santan Tactical, and you'll see why everybody wanted to shoot at this booth. It's really cool. Super cool. Look at all those shell casings. You can tell they've been burning through some ammo. Next on our list we got Sentry Firearms and Canic. They had a cool little booth with a bunch of different options for you to shoot.
Target when you're ready. Okay. Get the back still for me. There you go.
Fire in the hole.
Nice. Good job, dude. That's a hard shot, man.
Sending fireballs.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
Next up are the guys from Ryker, USA. I asked that guy at the tent to explain their product, and he's actually the person who designed it, so it's really cool hearing what he has to say.
So, we are the first to market side-mounted grip. Speed, accuracy, and stability are all improved. I can actually back that up with science. I invented this for pain management. I retired from Marine Special Operations in 2010. Prior to that, I had multiple surgeries. That left me with rubber bands that hold my shoulders in. I got screws and fishing line in my elbows. I went into government service after, and all the shooting we were doing, I was finding that my support arm was painfully going numb. I had a me problem. I wanted to shoot my AR pain-free, and I just started playing around with stuff, and here we are.
Huh?
We have a whole line of products. So we have our original grip, which is minimal texture, just a standard grip. Then we have our flagship product, which is the Ryker Control. We've added aggressive texture, and we have cable management clips built in, 3 on each side. And we've also added the option for a single lead light or single lead laser activation button up here.
Okay.
It comes in a Surefire tail cap option or the L3 crane type connector. We have found the L3 crane type connector to be very versatile. For instance, like if you have a stream light, you don't run Surefires, you got some stream lights. There's a little Ariasca adapter you can pick up. It's like between $35, like $46. Screw it onto the back, and you can run the Ryker Control with that. I did a whole video of that on our Ryker USA YouTube channel. We also have right up here, we have our cable management clips. These are sold in a 3-pack, and what this does is this routes the cables through, gives you an added layer of protection that you don't get with zip ties, tape, and rubber bands, and is a lot cleaner in appearance, right? What we have right here is a Mitchell Defense, a little SBR. Mitchell Defense is a veteran-owned rifle company out of Pennsylvania. We thermal fit all of our barrels. The uppers and the bolt carrier groups are treated with Armor Lube, so these guns are meant to be run dirty and dry. We also have a proprietary buffer spring system which reduces recoil by 30%. On all of their rifles, except for the 9mm version, we have an ambidextrous bolt release as well.
Nice.
So the Ryker grip, the Ryker method of shooting, the Ryker grip works on everything. Shotgun scars, PCCs, ARs, anything you can side mount to, you can put this on. We have found heavier the gun, higher the caliber, full auto or suppressed, you recognize the benefit instantly. Now, we also found people with, like myself, pre-existing injuries, but even younger people, not a lot of upper body strength. It gives you an advantage that you didn't previously have. Now, talk about our sling real quick. Hopefully I don't get yelled at. So the sling is designed to be run tight and narrow behind the pistol grip and behind the Ryker grip. So this nice narrow base. I have this nice natural bisecting angle right here on my hip. So if I was to bend down right now, one knee, two knee, my muscles going out to the side, not into the dirt or the back of someone's head. Now your traditional sling, I would have to release the tension, come on up, do the engagement, and if I was to transition to my pistol, my rifle's going to be hanging pretty low, right?
Yeah.
We have retention built into the body of the sling, so right now, if I want to come up on target, I can pop right out, I'm going to punch out, and I'm going to let it sit right back into my shoulder. The sling is taking up even more pressure off of my support arm, and it just allows me just to drive stop from target to target. Now, because we already had the sling set tight to our body, if I wanted to transition to pistol, I'm nice and tight and I can continue to move effectively.
Yeah, that's an easy transition.
Now, you look at it like this. We have traditional, like broom handle, wedge, nub, thumb over bore, right?
Mm-hmm.
These all have one thing in common. All I'm doing, the one thing is, I'm holding all of that weight of the gun right here on an individual muscle group, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to hold that gun up and control recoil, right? Just by taking your hand and putting the grip out to the side, I square my shoulders up, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm now in a more natural position. I'm no longer holding the gun up, I'm pulling back. I'm using larger muscle groups.
Yeah.
This inherently eliminates fatigue and helps the management of the recoil so much better. Now the standoff of the grip too, no glove, no heat. Completely removes you from the heat.
Yeah.
And another like way I like to paint the picture is we don't shake hands like this. We don't shake hands like this, right? We shake hands like this. Mm-hmm. Shoot my pistol this way. Now with the Ryker grip, remove that pistol. Pistol, rifle, shotgun. I shoot the same exact way. Commonality of movement. Just makes you faster.
Yeah, nice and consistent, and I'm sure that helps with control and muscle groups and all that.
All right. Yep. So hit your bolt release.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Now you reach up, you grab the grip. All right. Now remember with this one, you want to put that dot on the top of the target to hit the center of the target.
That is really comfortable. Like, it feels pretty natural. It looks funny on the side, but it feels really natural.
All you got to do is try it.
Alright, I had to come spend some time at the Palmetto State Armory booth. Really cool seeing all their new guns. Thank you. That was really cool. That thing runs really well.
Yeah.
Stopping in at DPMS next, they have some really cool skeletonized ARs. Hopping over to Lead Star Arms, they were right next to DPMS. That AR from DPMS is like super light. I think it was like 4 pounds, which is just crazy.
Alright, it's on safe. Insert the mag, hit the paddle when you're ready to fire.
Sounds good.
How you doing today, boss? Good, glad to hear.
Thank you. That worked really well. Heading over to go shoot with Armscor. They had some cool little pistols out there, so I had to go give it a try. Thank you.
smooth.
That's real good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Popping over to the Stoeger booth next, you can see they have a lineup of the STR9 pistols, just a bunch of variants of the same pistol. Pretty cool gun. I enjoyed shooting this one. HK was next on the list. You already know what I was going to shoot, yeah.
Hobby 9.
Thank you.
Looks like trap.
Next up is HIPERFIRE triggers. They have a wide variety of triggers, all at different pull strengths. I shot the 2-pound pull trigger and that thing was super light. Real easy to shoot and nice to hold the gun steady with such a soft trigger pull. Next up is Heritage Manufacturing Company.
Where's the release on this? Is that the release?
Right. Press it and break it open.
Okay.
There you go. You shoot the 410?
410?
Yeah.
So shoot 410 and...
Correct.
Moving over to Taurus, I just had to shoot a revolver since I hadn't shot one today yet. After all the loud shooting, it was good to quiet it down at dead air suppressors. Over at Silencer Co, I didn't have anybody to record for me, but I shot the Scythe TI suppressor. Super quiet and really lightweight, a super light suppressor. Up next is Maxim Defense. I got to shoot their 308, which was really cool.
Isn't that cool? That shoots really well.
I just wanted to show the size of this location. So this was at the Clinton House in South Carolina. You can see this is just Bay 2, so they had Bay 1 on the other side of that. Coming across, Bay 2 was a bigger bay, but each bay had at least like 2 different vendors the whole time, and this was just off to the side of the main long-range event space. So overall it was a really nice space for shooting, and they had a bunch of different bays which made the event really cool. So that last clip was Shaw Armament, where they had some full auto. Now we're at the Silent Authority, where I shot a 5.7.
When you're in.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
Stopped by the Holosun and IWI booth next. They had that cool new thermal sight there. Glock also had a pretty big booth with a variety of their handguns, so I shot the Glock 43X here. They also had a skeet shooting location with 2 booths set up, one for Benelli and one for Beretta. This was my first time skeet shooting, and I got 1 out of my 4 shots with the Beretta. I did get to shoot at SIG and smoked some targets at over 300 yards, but unfortunately I didn't have anybody to record it, and the people from SIG were not allowed to record for me. Really cool guns and nice setup where they had a bunch of their stuff out there that you could shoot. Springfield Armory was also out at the event. Unfortunately, the event ended, so I ran out of time before I could shoot any of their guns, but I do own a Springfield handgun and I really do like it, so I would recommend some of their stuff. They have some cool products. Yeah, you can see some of the handguns and some of the rifles that they brought out to the event. Alright, so that wraps up the Gathering 2024, and just a huge shout out to Palmetto State Armory for putting on the event. Super grateful that they let me come out here, bring my camera, try out a bunch of different stuff, so thank you to Palmetto State Armory. I will put details about the event and about them in the description below, so go ahead and check that out. Really grateful that they let me come out here. And it's just such a cool event, especially if you're not, that into guns. You get to see so many different types of guns. You get to shoot the different brands, see what the new stuff is that they're coming out with, and not just guns. They have suppressor companies out here. There's companies that make triggers, accessories, and a bunch of other cool stuff. So really great event. Awesome to be a part of it and to shoot a bunch of the different guns. And just a special mention, a special thank you to the guys over at Beretta. They were super nice and super helpful. And we do have a possibility that we might be doing some stuff with Beretta in the future, so the guy was really nice, and we're going to make contact after this and see if there's something that we can do together. So really excited about that and really grateful that I could come out here. I would 100% recommend going to the Gathering if you get the chance to. There are some people that were traveling like from Arizona that I bumped into that came all the way just for this event. So really cool, really fun. I would highly recommend it if this is something that you want to do. And even if you don't know anything about guns, like, everybody is super helpful, super friendly, and it's such a great community to be a part of. So I would recommend that. Thank you for watching. I'm really excited for where the channel is going, and there's going to be a lot more great content to come. Thank you.